Sunday's Golden Globes officially kicked off the award season.
It is here, and yet to come, the SAG Awards, and of course, the Oscars. But where can you still see some of this year's top nominated films?
Welcome back from Film Streams, Patrick Kinney. Good to see you, Patrick.
Thanks for having me back.
Good morning.
Oh, it's good to see you. Did you watch the Golden Globes Sunday night?
I read all the recaps yesterday, but no, I didn't watch them live.
And one of the big winners, this I, Tonya.
Yeah.
And it's at the Dundee Theater.
That'll be at the Dundee. Yeah, we have preview screenings starting on Thursday. There's a lot of buzz about this movie. Obviously, Allison Janney got Best Supporting Actress, Musical or Comedy, I believe is that category. I think I'm getting that right.
It's about Tonya Harding, right?
It's about the life and times of Tonya Harding. Of course, the ice skating champion whose life was derailed by her involvement, maybe or maybe not.
Her alleged involvement,
Yeah,
right.
in a bizarre plot to sabotage her competitor and one-time friend Nancy Kerrigan. So this film, we've all heard this story. We remember it was a sensation. This movie tries to tell the full story from all the different angles. It's kind of, you don't leave knowing exactly what happened, but you see the story from a few different sides.
Kelly, you saw this, right?
I saw this a couple of weeks ago. I have the screener of it. Very interesting. You really get it in, some insight on her life, on what we think happened.
Right.
And it kind of explains a little bit of what she was thinking when she may or may not have planned this attack.
Sure.
But Allison Janney is absolutely incomparable. She is hilarious. So I personally really recommend this film.
The next one we're talking about, Phantom Thread. That's at the Dundee.
Yeah.
Daniel Day-Lewis stars in this one.
Supposedly his final performance as well. This is the new Paul Thomas Anderson film. Daniel Day-Lewis said that this will be his final role. We'll see if that happens. But Paul Thomas Anderson is the director of Boogie Nights, of The Master, of There Will Be Blood. This is a film set in the 1950s in post-war London, in the world of high fashion. Daniel Day-Lewis plays sort of an enigmatic dressmaker, and a young woman kind of gets pulled into his orbit, and it goes from there. It looks tense. It looks intense. Daniel Day-Lewis is, of course, a very intense actor. I'm excited to see this one, and yes, we'll have that at the Dundee on the 19th.
And a method actor, so he stays in character all the time.
That's
when he
right.
played Lincoln, he was constantly, he asked people to call him Mr. Lincoln
was
and President.
brilliant in
But he's very selective about his roles.
Absolutely.
He only does one every few years, so I'm expecting that to be very good as well. So, and then I watched this one this weekend, Call Me By Your Name.
Another
Where can you
hugely
see
buzzed
that?
title.
Yes.
So that is also starting on the 19th. That'll be downtown at the Rue-Sokolov Theater. Everybody's talking about Armie Hammer and Timothée Chalamet, the two lead actors. These are supposed to be just some of the best, instantly iconic performances. It's set in 1983 in the summer in Italy. Timothée Chalamet is a expatriate living with his family there. His father's a professor. Armie Hammer comes over as a research assistant, and it turns into sort of like a LGBTQ coming of age story from there. But yeah, this has huge Oscar buzz. And we're really excited to have it.
And that kid, Timothy, is kind of everywhere. He's also has a little part, I think it was in Lady Bird.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's great. Both performances were incredible. And then the scenery of Italy was gorgeous. You would like the Italian.
Yeah, for sure. You also have some award winners that are still being shown at some of the theaters. Dundee or the Rue-Sokolov Theater.
That's right.
Which ones do you still have playing?
So we have The Disaster Artist. James Franco won this last weekend at the Golden Globes for his performance in that. I love that movie.
Did you see it?
I didn't want to watch it. I was like, this looks weird. I don't think I'm going to like this. It makes me uncomfortable, James Franco acting. I don't know but it was so good.
Yeah, I love that movie.
He was amazing.
Yeah, we still have, so Lady Bird, it's in its 7th week now. It's going for a record. It's a great movie. We love that. That's still at the Rue-Sokolov Theater. We also have Downsizing, of course, Alexander
Can we touch
Payne's.
on that real quick? Because you
Sure,
had the premiere
of course.
at the Dundee Theater, the Film Streams Dundee Theater. What are you hearing on this one? You got a chance to see this?
Yeah. I really like this movie. It has a lot to say about the world we live in. Obviously, I think a lot of people are already familiar with this film, but it's about somebody from Omaha who undergoes a radical shrinking process to try to live the good life in Leisureland, where all of your money translates to much more money because you're smaller and use less resources. So I think that's such an interesting premise. There's great performances in it. I think Hong Chow That's one of my favorite acting performances
great
of the year.
performance, yeah.
Incredible.
And of course, Alexander Payne, he doesn't always take the movies where you think they're going to go, and I think that's what's so interesting about him as a director, which some people don't really necessarily like, but others do. Because the film, it's about the big people and the little people, and then halfway through the movie, it's really just the little people, and I don't want to give anything away, but the journey they go from there. So it takes a little bit of a turn.
Now, besides that, this is fun. All month long, you're showing musicals, or all winter long.
All
at
winter long,
Dundee.
yeah.
Let's talk about that. What performances can we see?
Oh boy. So right now we're in the middle of The Sound of Music. Had to start with The Sound of Music because of the history at the Dundee. If you don't know, The Sound of Music played for almost 2 years at the Dundee at one point. So that's extraordinary. We're also going to have Mary Poppins, West Side Story, Grease, Fiddler on the Roof.
All the classics.
Singing in the Rain. It's going to be really fun.
I've never seen Singing in the Rain. I need to see that.
Oh,
You have a sponsor for that, right? The music series?
yeah. Woodman Life
Woodman
is sponsoring that, so that means that kids get in for $250.
$2.50 for kids under the age of 12.
Great deal. We'll check those out. Going on now at film streams, I think it's so cool that you're bringing all of those. I mean, some of these movies people don't have the chance to see before the big award shows, so that's very
Well, there's
cool.
more opportunities now with the Dundee Theater.
Yeah.
That's
Right,
absolutely right.
It looks beautiful, by the way.
Well, thank you.
And of course, for more information, filmstreams.org.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank
Good to see
you.
you.
Always a pleasure. Happy
betcha.
birthday.
Thank you. New